Yeah,
There we go.
peace, God. Hey, if my internet is messing up, just let me know because I'm right in the sun and shit, so I'm away from the crib.
I got
Hey,
you.
but before we even chop it up, I just want to say, bro, I'm so grateful for you even letting me on the live, bro. Like, it's not nobody in the I know I already gave you your flowers in the DMs, but I gotta say it again, God. Like, it's nobody in the conscious community, especially with like 50K followers. What joining going live, answering everybody questions, showing the love that you showing, bro. Like, you really deserve all the credit in the world, God, and I appreciate you so much. And the message that you sending, you helping me and my sister on my ascension process every single day, God. So I
Mm,
really do appreciate you for real, like divinely, and I love you for real, God.
much appreciation.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
So
But this your
what's
live,
been going on?
so I wanna let you lead. You feel me? Like I understand that you landed before me and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
want to let you lead. This your platform, and I respect you. Like you go ahead, do what you got to do, Gotti. I'm just here.
So tell me, what is going on with you? Like, what are you feeling right now? Like, what is your activations? What's happening over there? Talk to me.
Um, can I talk about how it started?
Go
All
ahead.
right, for sure. So, you remember that live like 2 days ago when you said you were about to go live at 8 p.m. and you
Yeah.
wanted like people to like drop like crazy questions so you could like pull it out the ethers type
Yeah.
shit? Okay, and I was going to end up joining that live, but I ended up talking to one of the guys and I was waking him up for like, you know how like you talk to somebody for a long time and that shit just fly by. So I just didn't even join in it. But one of the questions I actually ended up asking you on the live yesterday, but like imagine being everything and experiencing everything at once.
Mm,
And this is what happened. So I ended up stopped talking to I got off the phone with the guy, and this is like this shit is so deep, God. So like just the first thought that I had, I was like, I was just thinking, I'm like, how are we going to attack them when it comes down to it? Like, how are we going to do it? And this is where the vision had before. Okay, so the first vision I had, like, it was vivid as hell. The first
mm,
vision I had was we were we were dark matter like in I think it was just I don't know if it was just me or if it was all of us, but I saw myself in completely dark matter energy, almost like a Black Panther suit, but completely dark matter energy. And
mm,
like this is where fuck like completely like everything clicked when like we're our beings and we're supposed to be like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like we didn't even have to fight them because everything was invaded by our oppressor, the elements, the gas realms, everything. So that all is gonna fight for us. So like if we just be, it all is just going to do it for us. We don't even have to control it. And I started seeing that. And then that's when I got the vision of I turned into a god, bro. Oh my, yo, like I remember it was a front line, like it was me, and I saw like the people that we were warring against, and it was like a whole bunch of them motherfuckers. But we were so fucking like this is why the healing process is so important, bro, because we have to heal from everything, not just from just this physical, the past lives.
mhm.
We are Planet Kai herself, so we have to heal from what Planet Kai went through, what the animals went through, and all that. So after, you know what I'm saying, we get past this, we are so in the heart space, guys. Like people in the chat, we are not going to war on some nigga die everybody. No, it's not like that, bro. We were so at peace. We were so ready to just we were so happy to be back, bro. And so fucking it was so amazing. And what happened was, this is the vivid vision that I had to end it off. So I remember myself as a dark matter energy being, and there was like white niggas, on the front line, our oppressor, obviously, and I had turned into a water droplet on my soul. I turned into a water droplet. I absorbed into the nigga's skin, and I shapeshifted back into my body and burst through his body. But it was so fun. Like we were all having fun doing this shit. It was fun as a bitch, God. But
Yes.
yeah, but my my
Yes.
my my everything else is just like slowly coming online. So when I had that vision, that's when I was like, oh shit, we're just supposed to be. And my whole body, I don't know if you experienced this, God, like it's shaking so much. Like I couldn't sit still, and I tried to hit my meditation breath, but it was like, no, it's not that. So I just start working out, going crazy,
Mhm.
because it was just bursting through my body and all these downloads. It was like somebody put a hard drive, a flash drive in my etheric body, and all that shit was just download after download after download after download after download, bro. And one of the other downloads, I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, just let me know,
You're
guy.
good.
I'll give it to you.
You're good. Go ahead. Cook.
Okay. One of the downloads I had was uh because I'm a Cancer, so my first element is
Mm,
water. So I had this vision that it was this cup, and that our finger. This is our first element. This is the water, the first element we created. And I had touched the glass. I touched the water. Like, okay, so the cup was full of water, and I touched it just with my finger, and it made like a tornado, fume, and it blew up the cup like all the way down, fume, boom, and it just blew up. And I started getting like just hella download, and it was so deep, and it was overwhelming, bro. It was so fucking overwhelming. It's no fear. It's no fear. If you've been healing, cuz it's not
mm-hmm.
fear. It's just overwhelming because we haven't experienced it in
Correct.
a minute. So
Correct.
it's just, oh,
Yes.
and like that's why I commented. I was like, I understand now when you said you have to eat something just to fucking just go to sleep so you can train the next day. Because
Mm-hmm.
I would have not gone to sleep if I didn't eat no food, bro. Because it was so much. It wouldn't stop. Every second is a download. Every fucking second, and it's a
Yes.
memory coming back, and it's just you. It's overwhelming, bro. You just can't. It's nothing that you can feel. It's nothing that you can explain until you fucking explain it. And that's why, yo, people in the chat, this is why Coach Reg is right here, bro, because we can, like, he's literally explaining and like literally leading us so we know how to experience it, and we don't feel fucking like, yo, what? Because when I was going through it, I was like, oh, Reg, this is what he means. Like, it was like, fuck,
Yeah.
like, it was so fucking beautiful, God. It was fucking
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. And I
Yeah.
swear to God, I think I might be wrong. I might have to meditate on it more, but I'm pretty sure. I think it was in my dream. It was a guy that just looked just like you. Okay, can I explain that real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was dreaming and whoo this shit was so tough. Okay, so obviously we train in the astral realms, all type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a dream, and my dreams are insane, but this dream was crazy. So imagine imagine a portal like right here, not completely in the sky, but just above, like almost at your head level,
Okay.
okay? And a god jumped through the portal, just popped through. But he walked in that bitch so confident, hand behind the back. He was just walking to me like, and he was whooping my ass. It wasn't on no like I'm trying to hurt you. He was trying to teach me. And he was trying to teach me how to fight with all the elements. It wasn't no fist fighting. He had a hand behind his back, using a little bit of a mudra. Hello? Is it good?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you good now. Go ahead. You good now.
Okay. And he had his hand behind his back. He was almost doing he was doing mudras with his hands, and he was controlling everything around him to fuck me up. Like he was beating my ass. And he had purple on. He had purple on, and he had hair just like you. He won't bald, but it was short like that. And every time I think about it, I like, and my higher self tells me Reg, but I could be misinforming it. But anyway, so when it happened, he came out the cut. I mean, he came out the portal. He was he was just doing that shit. He was controlling all the elements, just fucking me up. And I'm like, yo, and then I'm like, yo, nigga, I'm not weak, bro. I will fight back, bro. And that's when I started controlling the elements, and we just start going at it, boom, 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 boom. And then I woke up, and I'm like, holy shit. And it felt like, see, the dreams are different, God. The dreams now, when I wake up out of them, I feel like, because we were just there. So it's just activating me more in this physical, literally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't want to go
Yes.
too far.
No, no, no. You're good. Yeah, I am a dream walker. It could be
Mm,
two things. It could be the higher self. You remember we are all a part of the same energy, so it could be your higher self training you. Because when I exercise, my higher self trains me. Like I'm
mm,
having conversations out here exercising, doing my staff work, and it's telling me what to do. It's like, all right, I need you to throw it this way, or turn it around, and then slip it, or loop it, or spin, or move your hand like this. So that's the kind of conversations that you already have with yourself in the physical realm. You're having them on a more intense level in the astral realm, where you have full ability. So now, as your higher self is beginning to merge, it's teaching you probably and showing
mm,
you what time it is, so you can really be ready when it's time. Mm-hmm.
mm. I
Because everything
I
that you're
should.
going through in that realm, you gotta understand, everything you're going through in that realm, you're training for in this realm. It's just that your limits are being removed right now in this realm. So it's like we don't remember sometimes all the training we went through, maybe little bits, but your subconscious remembers all of it. So you've
Yeah,
been
like as
trained.
above, so below.
Yeah,
It's just coming down.
yeah.
See, can I tell you about one more dream I had?
But
So I mean, I could talk about dreams all day, but obviously I ain't gonna do that. But this one, I was okay. So I'm in the process of mastering my lucid dreams, and okay, it's like I'm in a dream state and I'm trying to master it into a lucid dream, because lucid dreams and astral projection is obviously two different things. So I'm trying to master that. But anyway, so I was at my crib, like where I'm at living at right now at the moment, and one thing I want to do is look at my body. I never look at my body in my
Mm,
dreams, and I always fucking regret that shit. And but anyway, so I remember looking at the sky. This is gonna sound random, but you know how dreams are. And I saw like Lightning McQueen, like things going in the sky. And then in my neighbor's yard, I went over to my neighbor's yard and I saw one of the gods. His physique, like, yo, when y'all think Greek god physique, it was the beautiful, most perfect physique. It's not stocky bodybuilder. It's not that. It was the most perfect physique. Every muscle was perfectly defined, and it was amazing to see him. And I saw him. I'm like, yo, you know you a guy, right? And he was like, yeah, I know I'm a guy, but I don't like chilling with people that's of my same birthday. I'm like, oh,
mm.
for sure. And I had went to my neighbor's shed and I did a pull up. Okay, wait, actually before that, a huge ass fire truck fell from the sky. And I already knew what I was about to do. I did a pull up on the guy on my neighbor's shed. I hopped on the shed and I just start lifting a fire truck. But before I did that, the guy was like, "Yo, you about to work out with that shit?" And I ain't even respond. I was just about to show him, and then I just start lifting that bitch, like nothing, like water. You feel me? And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really be wishing, I mean, trying to work on looking at my body, because like I be flying in like 75% of my dreams, but sometimes I fly like I'm Superman, but sometimes I feel like I'm flying with my arms. The whole time I'm like, damn, that's wings, but I never look at what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm flying like Superman, but sometimes I really feel like my arms are gliding me across the realm, but I'm going so far, so fucking far. Like if I were to fly right now with my wings right now, I would fly and be in fucking Africa in 2 seconds. But it feels like, to me, it feels like I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing it slow and
Yeah.
amazingly. You know what I'm saying,
All right,
God?
so I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I'm gonna tell you in this, and then somebody types it as soon as I think it. What I want you to do is be present, because what happens with us a lot is that we live in the astral realm when the present realm right in front of us, the one that we chose to experience consciously and physically, is coming online. You don't want to miss nothing. So you don't want to. Sometimes what I'll do in my dreams when I realized that was happening, when they were coming like that, is I'll just tell myself, all right, I don't want to give it too much energy, because all of both are about to merge. And I want to focus on the one where I can have both times. So I don't want to ever wake up from a dream and talk about what I did. I want to do it in both states.
So it should
And
be
that's what
like it should be like it should be like how I say this, like 75% physical and then like 35% like dream state.
for right now, because of what we can access in the physical and what we can access in the spiritual realm.
Okay.
Basically, you in the spiritual realm, you are already activated.
Right.
You already are taken care of. It's
Right.
only about how much you're going to be able to see depending on wherever you are in this realm.
Right.
But you should focus on this realm, because all that stuff you're going to do, you're going to be able to do it on both sides now. So you got
Okay.
to
Yeah.
focus on the one that's coming online. That one is already online. You
Mm,
see, that one's already online. You're already doing those things. Like you said, you're
mm,
lifting things with a fire truck. You got to focus on all your energy here so you could do it here too.
mm. Okay, can I ask you a question about telepathy?
Go ahead.
Okay, so when I was going through that activation 2 days ago, that's when my telepathy was coming online. Okay, and at first I didn't, it's hard to understand when someone talks about telepathy because you're thinking about your thoughts in a way, but it's kind of the same, but it's like two different aspects. So, and I was like firstly experiencing it. So like what happened was, like, at first I started hearing in my head, like I started hearing cats meowing, and I even heard the dragon language. Your dragon language start going through my head. But what happened was myself was just practicing talking to like in my head was just practicing talking to everything, like a tree, the planet Kai, and just asking it questions. But then that's why I texted you, and I got that uh I already knew it, but I was just, you know what I'm saying, just expressing it, that I need to fast so I can be able to discern the frequency from myself in nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really understood, because it's hard to discern that shit, because you don't know the frequency. I mean, you do, but you don't re-remember. You have to re-remember what the frequency of of that is, and you have to feel it and know what it is. And when you eating food and shit like that, it kind of fucks up the vibration because you don't know which one is what. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. You have to have a clear conduit of information that's coming through you so you don't have any distortion. And food causes distortion from your true telepathy because the information they're putting in the food is actually in there to throw you off of your abilities and distort the messages that you naturally have coming through you.
Mm, I should. Oh shit. Okay, I got one more question for you, about the dragon language. I think I got two questions about the dragon language. The first one is okay. You remember how I don't know if you remember this, but I told you I know I'm not a dragon, but I when you talk that shit, I'm tapped into my intuition. I know it's real, but it doesn't activate me. Rather than my sister, she my twin flame. She woke. That shit activates the fuck out of her. But um, I think I already know the answer to this, but I just want to hear your perspective on it. Um, am, do I have to learn the language to hear the frequency of to be able to understand what you're saying? Does that make sense?
No, you don't have to learn it because you can't actually. Okay, so here's the thing about the dragon language. You can't learn it. You can only practice it. You can only practice the vowels, or it comes through you naturally. It's nothing. People who
Mm,
try to learn it, they can't learn it. People try to mimic it, they can't mimic it because what happens is it continues to. It has different variations, many different variations. Uh,
damn, that's deep.
so you can't really learn it because it's something that naturally is inside of you. Okay,
Right.
so there are ways to find out if it's inside of you, but if that's not your language, you do have one, and it's just about how to make it come out of you. And normally, how to make it come out of you is based off of how you live. You basically earn it with how you live, your character, the things you're practicing with, the things in life you're getting through. You're giving yourself back your gifts based off of how you live righteously.
Mm, okay. I
Your
should.
gifts only come through if you're living righteously and you're in the heart space and you're really living life, like you're really making the sacrifices you got to make. You're doing what you got to do. You're utilizing your willpower. You're challenging yourself, because you're becoming more like that self. It gives you more of it because you're becoming more like of it.
Right.
You see?
It's like it's your reward.
Yeah, it's your reward for how you
It's like
live.
almost our higher self knows how we want to earn it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we already. I mean, we already basically have done this game already. So
Right.
these things that appear to be trials are actually challenges, so we can level up, and they're only showing up because we're about to level up. And when we get through it, we have leveled up. So
Mm,
right now we're at the level of the game where we're about to get the maximum gift, and then we're going to continue to evolve after that still. Because even when we activate and we fly, we're still going to be relearning, and it's going to take a little while for us to relearn. But even at that stage, we're going to be back in our godly essence.
okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me just let that sit on my soul for a little
Mhm.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last
Yes.
question.
Hmm.
Last question. Okay. Um. I asked you this question before in the live, and you actually did answer it. But something happened in my room, and as soon as I something happened, I came back to it, and you literally finished the question. I didn't get to like really understand it, so I just want to re-ask you it. Okay, so with your dragon language, I just want. I'm not really worried. I think it's cool as fuck, and I just love learning about this shit. But I want to know. Okay, so it's like, is it you're think sometimes are you thinking what you want to say and it just channels how your frequency, and then sometimes you're just letting it flow through you about how you naturally feel, like, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Okay,
Basically, with my dragon language, I do not know what's coming next. I feel what's coming next because our natural state is feeling and knowing. So you
right.
can't think because the word think, the logic is tied to think. You
Wait, repeat that. You got to
okay?
repeat that just one time. Just repeat it.
Okay. Your logic mind is tied to thinking, right? The
Hmm.
beings that we are do not think. The beings that we are know. The beings that we are feel. The beings that are, we don't have to overthink it because we are it. So when I speak the language, I am being more like myself. And the more I practice not thinking, the more it comes through in different variations because it's giving me more of where we come from. We come from the all knowing. So you don't have to think about your abilities. All you have to do is practice them, knowing they'll get better. Like I did with the staff. I've only been practicing the staff for 2.5 weeks. And I'm already that good because I utilize everything that I've learned throughout this typical experiences that I've used as a spiritual being. But I was, before that, I was doing things in actual physical life that was making me flow. I was a speaker before doing health. I would never prep my speeches. I would just do it from the heart. That's me knowing that my words are right and I don't have to overthink it. So I gotta level up in the gift. Like, okay, we're gonna give you a language and see you're gonna practice that. I practice it, not thinking about it, just knowing it, and it got better and better and better because it's actually who you are, and who you were is going away. So who you are is the know, who you are is the feeling, and that's how we create.
So when you're channeling,
Uh,
do you sometimes like get a download just from the dragon language? Like you'll just
no,
say, no,
see,
they don't work like that.
I don't channel. Okay,
Oh,
channeling
I
is
didn't mean to say it like
no,
that,
no,
but
it's
I meant
fine.
like when you. Okay.
People might think it. People might think I
Oh, okay.
channel. So I'm going to explain that. I don't channel. It is actually who I
Right.
am.
Right.
Lower level psychics, they'll channel from other sources, but that's actually a primitive spiritual way to actually get some communication. Technically, the communication is latent and dormant within already. So all I'm doing is tapping into what it is I am. So the dragon language is coming directly from my DNA, directly from my bloodline that I'm pulling it from. It's me. You
Right.
see?
So like sometimes when you say like when you're just saying a drag or like a phrase out of it, do you like hold up? That makes sense. Like, do you ever get a download just from your own language because it's just coming out of you? You know how when you're explaining something to somebody
Yeah.
and you're like explaining it to them and you got a download just from explaining
Yeah.
it, you're, like to them. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean completely because yeah, okay. So when I'm doing my language, I'm also unlocking key codes and I'm activating myself and I'm activating others. So I get many downloads as a result of speaking it because when I speak it, they're
Mm-hmm.
unlocking all of the key codes inside of my body to actually allow me to speak even more and know more at the same time. I'm activating myself with sacred geometry, sonic sound frequency, which is latent within, and it's
Right.
doing and unlocking every constriction that is in my body. But when somebody hears it, even if they're not of the bloodline, it may also unknowingly or knowingly unlock them as well because it's the natural sound for the God body. One of the natural sound for the God body. I am the dragon guy, so I'm the dragon language. We are a particular race of beings that can speak it, but just because we can speak it and other people can't doesn't mean they can't understand us when we speak it, because we are speaking on a frequency as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you speak a different language, the frequency is going to recognize it even if it sounds different.
Mm. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. I know I said one last question already, but you just giving me so much
people
shit
people
right now.
people probably want to know this stuff. So, you got to understand that judging by the level of questions you ask, a lot of times when you ask questions, I don't even know the answer before I give you the answer. Do you understand
Mm.
that? So, based off of your questions, you actually are bringing more downloads out of me that I didn't even know before because I'm doing the same thing as I do with my language with what you asking questions, and I can pull it out of the ether because we already know everything in the first place. And the fact of the matter is, you're asking the question because you want to remember that you know it too.
Ashe. Ashe. Beautifully said, God. Beautifully said. Okay, so what I was about to say is, um, I know everyone's journey is different and shit like that, but I am about to just this week. I'm really about to train with the telepathy. Is there anything like um, is there what's it called? Something that you could just what's the shit called when you give somebody fucking tips or some shit that helped you out when you was learning your telepathy?
Yes, I
Okay.
didn't actually learn. Okay, I didn't actually learn telepathy. It came to me.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. See, we have been brought up in a system where we have to learn and read, and that's corny. That's boring. That's not how a God gets on. A God gets on by how the God lives.
Yeah.
Everything we were taught about how to learn, do this, do that, breathe in like this, that is primitive. we are thinking on God level, and God level don't gotta work on telepathy. That one is already coming to you. I don't
Hmm.
even gotta work on the staff. When I get more, it's already going to come. I'm just having fun knowing that I could do it. That's all I'm doing right now. That's why I'm getting better so fast, because I'm doing things that I'm about to do, but I don't need to know how to do it. It's already going to come based off of how you learn. I mean, how you live. How you live, what you sacrifice, what about this matrix are you letting go? People can't let certain things go in this matrix, which is why they can't get no abilities, because you got a goddamn weight on your ankles and you don't even feel like it. It's a person, it's a job, it's a habit. These are weights that basically stop our ascension at this time, and people are refusing to let these things go. So because of that, they're not getting these things, because everything that you struggle with is connected to your gifts. And when you
Facts.
stop struggling with it, you get more gifts because you let something go that was attached to what your false world was. You
Mm.
see?
Yeah, it's crazy how you say that, because when I was having just like that, I'm gonna just call it a metamorphosis phase. I wasn't like those past couple days. I wasn't even thinking about telepathy at all, and it just started just like in my head. It just started going. I'm like, hold up, and then like it just felt like something I used to
Yeah.
do. Like it was just like, oh yeah, this is coming online. Like literally, it wasn't a let me do this. It was just like, hold up, this is something that myself want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, facts.
Yeah. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful, God.
And let me tell you something, brother. You're going to be able to do this too. You're going to be able to pull information out, because all of us that are coming online right now have detailed files in our bodies,
Hmm.
schematics and blueprints in our bodies. We are the actual and utter. Google is like our like this little ant, comparable to how fast we can pull it out of Google. We could pull out of us even more, but it's the real information. It's not the lies. It's not where they want us to know. It's
Hmm.
the things that they try to keep us from knowing. And now, because the air is a lot clearer and we're breathing the hydrogen back in, or to getting our gamma radiation or whatever you want to call it, we're coming back to those God beings. So you don't even have to worry about when it's going to happen. All you got to do is be in the moment, do what you got to do, and it's going to happen, because it's already happening.
Hmm.
Tap in. We're
One
having.
of the beautiful things that you actually screenshotted this, and you spoke it all in dragon language, but somebody translated it, and I screenshotted it, and I say this shit till this day. You said I mean, you said a whole lot, but one of the things that stuck with my soul the most is, don't look for a destination, because that will stunt your higher self. Just be. And that shit right there, that shit, I read that was like 1 month ago, 2 months ago. That shit completely like woke up my whole like, yo, and I fell in love with the journey. Like I'm
Yes.
literally falling in love with the journey. And I'm not gonna lie, with the dreams, it's just fun. Like I be like it's fun as fuck. Like how I can't be, sometimes I can't wait to go to goddamn sleep so I can just fly and see my ancestors and shit. It just be fun as fuck. Like,
Let me
but
tell
I do
you. Let me
appreciate.
tell you. Hold on. There's nothing wrong with looking forward to doing that. It's just that when you bring it back here, when you got to do other work, that's the only problem. When you overthink that fun you're about to have, even that part, you got to be present in the fact that that time is for that time, and this time is for this time. So
Mm.
you can be equally present in both places and be balanced, because the God is balanced
So
as well.
you shouldn't even be worried about what was this dream about. You shouldn't even be
You
trying to figure
can,
that
you
shit.
can if you can if you want to, but you can't. You shouldn't give it too much energy.
Okay.
If you have a lot of groundwork to do here,
Right.
you got to be balanced. You got to
Yeah.
be balanced, because you can be in both places. You're gonna have that time when you go to sleep, and you're gonna go there. So being excited for it, yes. Being in it when it happens, yes. But don't dwell on it if you got work to do here, because it's gonna take you away from the work you gotta do here. Even thinking about it and thinking about what happened there takes you out of thinking about what happens here.
Oh my God, that shit hit. That shit hit. You like the best weed I ever smoked. For
That's
real,
funny.
God. Like facts,
Yeah.
facts, bro. And that's crazy because I had put the see one of my traits was I was smoking too much cannabis back then, and it blocked me from doing a certain amount of shadow work. So when I put the cannabis down, my shadow work I just got immaculate with it. So then I had picked her back up this one time, and I just smoked her, set my intent on her, and it felt like I did shrooms. Like literally felt like I did fucking shrooms, bro.
Yes.
That shit was
Okay.
amazing.
That's interesting you said that, because I had stopped smoking for a very long time, and then I picked it up again recently. Then I put it back down, but I picked it back up. And yeah, I know now that because of our DNA coming online, when we smoke that right there, this is the reason where the war was on marijuana, and then why they wanted to capitalize off of it, because
Mm.
they knew that if we got to on it, it would eventually help our activations, and it's helping many of our activations. I smoke it every day. I smoke it and do shrooms every single day. I
You
do about
microdose, right?
microdose. I do about zero point 0.6 to a gram every day, and I'll
Uh,
smoke every day, and it keeps me in my space. And as you see, I'm not wilding, I'm not losing it. I know how to hold the energy because a particular bloodline knows how to hold the energy. The problem with people is too many unnatural beings use shrooms and have all these wild experiences because the shrooms goes to attack unnatural beings that want to be like God. They can't,
that,
they don't have the bloodline, and they're not aboriginal to this land to even be touching these plants like that. So when they touch God's plant, they get an ass whooping.
mm, mm. Ashe. That's it. That's just it is what it is. You can't even negate that one.
Mm-mm.
Can't even negate that one, bro.
I've seen it. I've seen it, bro. Like this is how I'll know that certain beings are sent my way if I ever tap in with them and something else comes out. And because I'm speaking the language that we speak can exercise any social constructs and demons inside of them. So people can't hide when they tap into psilocybin with certain God beings, which is why I can't do psilocybin around anybody that's not a God being. People pretend to be God beings, but when you do psilocybin, they really cannot handle God energy for real. So when I do psilocybin with them, an actual dragon comes out and they're scared to death because it revealed the ranking system that we have. We have a ranking as well. You see, some of us can do a lot more plant medicine, some of us can't because of our ranking. Our DNA can hold on to the energy of the plant. It's better than other beings that appear to be like you. This is
Mm,
why you see all these bad experiences online and people abuse it because they're not God beings. Gods hold their medicine. Babies lose their minds with this medicine. So
mm,
certain beings can smoke cannabis and they'll be obsessed and they'll be addicted and their lives will be shit. And then you have some beings that smoke cannabis and they're focused, they're locked in, they're getting downloads. This is a difference in genetics right there. And there are a lot
mm,
of beings who even look like you who can't even do this shit
mm-hmm,
because it's
mm-hmm,
about genetics. And everybody who look like you don't got the genetics because people are out here shape shifting. Hmm.
mm,
Hmm. Hmm.
mm, mm. Okay, so with I feel like I have hella Lyran traits. You feel what I'm saying? Do you, when you ever communicating with some of your dragon family, do they ever bring them
Oh
up?
yes, I have Lyran aspects for sure. For sure. This is why I love Thundercats. That's why they gave us
Mm,
Thundercats. You know,
right.
we were reminded of our Lyran history. We're Lyran warriors. I was a Lyran warrior as well. I am a Lyran warrior because all of your lives are simultaneously going on at the same time. All you're doing is merging back into the aspect that can experience them all at the same time if it chooses to. With
Mm,
this construct being this light code lockdown, we were not able to consciously inhabit all of our bodies that we're experiencing right now. You see,
frequency
now
carrier.
as we raise frequency and we can begin to expand again, we can acknowledge all those experiences because we're going to activate in all of them if we haven't.
Mm, nigga, shit. Word. Fuck sex. This shit about to feel amazing. Like,
Yeah,
imagine that shit. Yo, like, word, I had like a little 0.5% dose of that shit off that man. Yo, like, yo. And it's crazy because I feel like me, like, I mean, I feel like this. I feel like this. Everybody. I feel like if you're not crying, bro, you're not healing, bro. You're not fucking healing, bro. You're
right,
not, bro. I swear. Cause yesterday, bro, I just, bro, cried my fucking ass off just about everything. The car. I just came outside to play the car, just telling her I'm so sorry. The trees and
right,
everything, and I hugged the tree, and I just let it all out on the
right,
tree. And but then after that, that's when I feel like I got more
right.
activated. Literally.
You're releasing when you cry. I cried today as well. Um,
Hmm.
when I got this big download and I just realized what just happened. It's releasing. It feels good. It feels good to do. It feels good after the fact. If you think about it as a God being and you look at crying, this is why they tell us masculines not to cry. They tell
Right.
us not to cry so we can't release and heal ourselves. A
Right.
masculine who is unhealed is a very dangerous masculine. He's a predator. So they try to keep us from doing these things like crying, and they demonize these things because they're for our ascension. You gotta cry, because once you find out who you are, and what you've been through and how you got here, it just brings you to your knees, because we are so magical and so majestic and so legendary. It brings you to your knees.
Literally. That shit literally brought me to my knees. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, it's not the first time I cried about this shit. I cry about this shit all the time, but every time I cry about it, it's a different type of pain I'm releasing
Yes.
every time.
It is. Crying is great for your ascension, great for your soul, great for your heart. It's surrendering, it's being free, you know. It's being a divine masculine, man. You're being a divine masculine. A divine masculine is not trying to be tough. He is tough, so he don't got to try. He is
Right.
tough because he doesn't have to show it. His exterior, his energy shows what he is. The way he speaks, the way he respects himself, the way he expresses himself, that he's not afraid to be and dress how he wants to dress. And that is when he will attract his divine feminine, the true divine feminine, because he's not looking for all that other stuff that they told us
Mm-hmm.
what to look for, you
That's what's
know?
crazy. It's crazy because like even 3 weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago, I'm over here on Instagram just looking at some of the goddesses. Might hit it, just start following them just to. But then now when I just completely detached from that, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit.
Yes.
All I care about is fucking me.
Right.
All I care about is me, and it's the best feeling in the fucking
Yeah.
world because me is everything. Me is everything. So
Correct.
that's just the best. It's just the best. It's the best because it's just
Correct.
when you be, everything just comes. It's just
Mm-hmm.
working in your favor.
That's right.
That's why we're beings. That's literally why we're beings, bro. Shit is
It,
beautiful. It's beautiful to be alive, bro. We
it
got the
is.
best lifetime, cuz. We got the best lifetime, bro.
That's why we
Oh
came
my.
here, man. We came here for this. This is people. I remember, I know a lot of times in our experiences, what we do, we're like, oh, why I come here? We came here for this shit, right? What we about to do now,
Exactly.
and we earned it.
Exactly.
That's why I feel so good, because we earned it.
Yeah.
Every last one of us earned it.
I say.
Every last one of us. Let me see. I think we got like, okay. So I'm going to answer some of these questions, but I definitely appreciate you coming on, bro. I do. We had a great conversation. We're going to have more in the near future. But like I said, just take all the advice that you got here and use it for your ascension, because we are family. Even if we're not the dragon family, we are family with that heart energy. With that heart energy, we want that conscious. We want the consciousness of the planet to rise. We are family like that, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to have the same bloodline to be that. All you gotta do is be in that heart space.
Right.
We are all the same in different ways. Reflection.
Reflection for real. Thank you so much, God, for bringing me
Absolutely.
on. And I'm so grateful, bro. I don't take this for granted at all. Like I said, like
Mm.
salute to divinity and your soul and spirit, like so much. Like you do so much for the people, and even the information that you have, you don't have to put it out. You don't have to help people, bro. And you're deciding to do it and answer everyone's questions and help everybody on the ascension process. And that shit makes me want to go harder and be the best version of myself just because of you. So I fucking love you, bro. I love you and I respect you so much. And thank you so much again for allowing me to chop it up with you for real. It
Appreciate,
means a
brother.
lot.
Love you too, man. Love you too. All
Thank you,
right.
God.
I'm not gonna say peace. We're gonna say whole, because we want all of it. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
God.
Whole.
Oh, oh,
Whole.
God.
All
I
right.
say I love you.
Ashe. Ashe. Love you too. All right. That was some great energy, family. That was some great energy. Young brother. I love when I see young brothers on a journey with that great energy. That was amazing. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, let's go on to some questions. I did talk about cannabis, so